She did not set out to be brave. She did not wake up one morning planning to expose anything. She was just trying to survive another ordinary day. The kind of day where silence feels safer than truth. Where looking away seems easier than speaking up. Where everyone pretends not to see what is right in front of them. She noticed the small things first. Whispers that stopped when she entered the room. Eyes that avoided contact. Stories that never matched. Something was wrong, and everyone knew it, but no one talked about it. In her community there were rules that were never written. You do not ask questions. You do not challenge power. You do not make noise. Especially if you are a woman. Especially if you are alone. The crime was not loud. It was quiet. Hidden behind respectability. Protected by influence. Buried under fear. People knew. They always do. But knowing and speaking are not the same. At first she told herself it was none of her business. That she was imagining things. That staying silent would keep her safe. That silence would protect her. But silence has a cost. And she felt it every day. She saw the damage it caused. Lives slowly breaking. Dreams shrinking. Fear becoming routine. She saw people suffer while pretending they were fine. She saw victims blamed for their own pain. She saw truth treated like a threat. At night she could not sleep. The weight of what she knew pressed against her chest. Her conscience refusing to be quiet. She asked herself a question she could not escape. If I stay silent, am I part of this? That question changed everything. She began to listen more closely. To document. To remember. She wrote things down late at night. Hands shaking. Heart racing. She collected stories. Patterns. Details that no one wanted connected. Each piece alone seemed small. Together they told a terrifying truth. This was not an accident. This was not misunderstanding. This was a crime hidden in plain sight. The more she learned, the more dangerous the silence became. She knew what speaking up would cost her. Reputation. Safety. Friends. She knew what happened to people who challenged the system. They were dismissed. Discredited. Destroyed. Fear followed her everywhere. In her car. In her home. In her dreams. But so did resolve. She thought of the victims. The ones who had no voice. The ones who were told to forget. The ones who were made invisible. She realized that if she stayed quiet, the crime would continue. And more people would be hurt. So she made a choice. She would speak. Even if her voice trembled. Even if no one believed her. Even if she stood alone. Her first attempt was small. A report. A formal complaint. Carefully written. Carefully worded. It was ignored. Then dismissed. Then quietly buried. That was when the pressure began. Subtle at first. Warnings disguised as advice. Suggestions to move on. To let it go. Friends stopped calling. Doors closed. Opportunities disappeared. She was labeled difficult. Unstable. A troublemaker. The crime stayed hidden. Protected by silence and power. But she did not stop. She reached out to journalists. Advocates. Organizations that protected whistleblowers. Most did not respond. Some told her it was too risky. Too complex. Too sensitive. Still she persisted. She learned the language of evidence. The importance of verification. The power of documentation. She gathered proof carefully. Methodically. Knowing one mistake could erase everything. Days turned into months. Months into years. The weight of isolation was heavy. But her purpose was heavier. There were moments she wanted to quit. Moments she questioned herself. Moments fear nearly won. But then she would remember the faces. The stories. The pain that started this journey. And she kept going. One day someone listened. Really listened. A journalist with nothing to lose. An editor willing to take the risk. They asked questions. They verified facts. They connected the dots others refused to see. When the story was published, it did not explode. It whispered. First. But whispers travel. People began to talk. Victims came forward. Others realized they were not alone. The truth spread slowly. Then all at once. Authorities could no longer pretend they did not know. The silence cracked. Investigations began. Denials followed. Attempts to discredit her intensified. Her past was questioned, her motives attacked, her character examined under a microscope. But the evidence spoke louder than accusations. The crime that no one wanted to talk about was now impossible to ignore. There were consequences for the perpetrators, for the system that protected them. Change did not come easily or cleanly, but it came. New policies, new safeguards, new awareness, and most importantly, acknowledgement. She did not celebrate. No victory parade, no moment where everything felt fixed, because exposure does not erase trauma, and justice does not undo harm. But something had shifted. Victims were believed. Silence was broken. Power was challenged. She paid a price for speaking out. But she also gained something priceless: integrity. Today she lives more quietly, still cautious, still aware. But she knows she did the right thing. She knows that one voice can disrupt a system built on fear. That truth has weight. That silence is never neutral. Her story is not about crime alone. It is about courage, about choosing conscience over comfort. It is about the cost of truth and the danger of silence, because crimes do not survive exposure. They survive secrecy. And sometimes all it takes to change everything is one woman who refuses to stop speaking.